everyone, it's Jamie from Seasonsinritual in IndependenceStNola, and I'm here with my friend Helen,
Hi.
the Crimson Cadaverous, and we're going to be talking about the week of March 13th through the 19th.
Yes.
And before we start, I just want to let everyone know that Helen just posted a video on her YouTube channel going over some messages that she channeled about the astrology coming up for the next couple of months. It's a really good video, so if you guys should go check it out. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely, there's a lot going on over the next couple of months, so I just wanted to kind of put it all in one spot to give us maybe a little bit of like encouragement and hope with it. Because it's a lot of shifts, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel,
always
so to
that
speak.
light.
So yeah, we're getting there.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with Monday the 13th.
Yes.
Instead of Friday the 13th?
Monday
the 13th.
I mean, the moon's in Scorpio, so that's kind of, that's kind of Friday the 13th
It's got the
energy.
same vibes.
Yes. And we're talking about this and the wind starts
I know.
I
was
like, all right, we're going to Hitchcock flick. But, well, and also the moon forms a sextile with Pluto. So that is, Friday the 13th, but Monday the 13th.
Monday the 13th. Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually a pretty easy flowing day because we do have that sextile with Pluto. So it's like, anything that we're releasing, because the moon's waning right now, we are releasing. Anything we're releasing is just going to kind of flow.
And let me just say this too. Scorpio is said to be the sign of other people's money. And and so Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn, right? So but with that, this was a way to quell those fears. Okay, we were talking a little bit about bank stuff before we came on.
Yeah.
So
square Saturn.
Right. So it's important not to freak out. Yeah. Okay. Like and it's important to see like what's happening as things are getting more stable in the financial sector. So don't freak out. Now, I am not a financial
We're not a financial advisor.
No, not at all. At the same time, if you have questions, talk to people who know.
Yes.
That's going to be helpful on this day, and don't freak out.
Yeah.
I don't see a repeat of 2008 happening. I just don't. And honestly, this moon in Scorpio sextiling Pluto and Capricorn is really going to show
reveal
where things need to be fixed, right? And that square with that Saturn and Pisces is going to say like it's time to like shore this up.
Certain things need to go away, and that's okay.
Right, because the moon will move into Sagittarius and then square that Saturn and Pisces. So, and Sagittarius is the adventurer, right? But Sagittarius is
the eternal optimist,
right? Ruled by
Jupiter,
right?
Yes.
So don't.
Yeah, we're good.
Also, don't freak out. That's okay.
No reason to freak out.
No. Okay, Tuesday, the 14th, the moon will still be in Sagittarius.
Yes.
And this is a big day.
Yep.
Let me just interrupt you.
Yeah.
I'm drinking coffee.
Okay.
This week's a lot of energy. We were talking about
that.
It is. So Tuesday, moon in Sagittarius.
Yes.
Go for it. You're on.
Yes. So moon in Sagittarius. So mutable moon, mutable energy, and squaring Mercury, Neptune, and the Sun. So that's square with the Sun.
Right. So we're all still in Pisces.
Yes.
Because we're still in Pisces season.
Square with the Sun gives us the last quarter moon. Which is really just the half moon, but we call it the quarter moon. So we have that, and of course, these are action moons. So, with the last quarter moon, the moon is waning, so release. So taking action towards releasing something. And if we look at the rest of the energy with that day, we also have Mars forming a square with Neptune. And so, again, in mutable energy, because Mars is in Gemini, so a lot to work with. Like nothing is set in stone.
Right.
It's very obvious to us on that day that nothing is set in stone. But we're easily releasing anything that just doesn't speak to our true power and doesn't speak to our intuition.
And again, if you guys are feeling stuck in duality, that's the day to ask what's the third option, fourth option, fifth option. There's got to be more options. So make sure, and then see what speaks to you, like you said. Yeah,
exactly. And I think it's just, we might have an honest moment with ourselves, but ultimately I think it's all good because again, squares are challenges. And if we accept the challenge, we level up.
That's right. Okay, Wednesday, the moon will still be in Sagittarius.
Yes. And at the same time, we've got the sun forming a conjunction with Neptune. So again, we're reminded it's Pisces season.
Yeah, which we were talking about. Pisces season has been pretty quiet because all that
Yeah.
shit's been going on in Aries.
Yes.
But now Pisces season is letting itself be known
Oh, yeah.
at the very end, which is okay.
Yeah, because we've got a 4-planet Pisces stellium right now. So we've got the sun, we've got Mercury, we've got Saturn, and we've got Neptune in Pisces.
Okay.
So it's definitely Pisces season. Sun and Neptune making their annual conjunction to one another. Sun is our vitality, how we shine. Neptune is our intuition, you know, the things we must surrender to that we don't necessarily know, but we feel.
Yeah.
Combining those two things, it's like we feel comfortable trusting our intuition.
And it's good.
Yeah. And it's right to trust it, you know,
Right.
and I think we don't have to like go, oh, I don't have it written in a manual, so
Right.
it's not right.
Right, right, because Sagittarius is the adventurer.
Right.
Yeah, that's where the moon is.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, friend, Thursday, the 16th, the moon will be in Capricorn. This is a big day.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of squares happening on Thursday.
Yes.
And so instead of going over each of the squares, we were just going to sum up the energy.
Yes. So, like you said, we've got the Sun square Mars, we've got Venus square Pluto, we've got Mercury square Mars. To me, it's combined, it's just challenge.
Okay.
And again, we have this like negative connotation for some reason about challenge. And
Right,
it's
right.
like, it's not though. A challenge is just saying like, I'm going to present this challenge to opportunity to level up. So whatever, like we might feel a little bit of a tension around on that day, it's something that we need to examine and go, what is the choice I need to make here?
And I actually, and this is coming in strong too, is the word regulation. And I was thinking about this a little earlier today too, but people have a bad connotation with the word regulations. But a lot of
doesn't
time,
need to be.
right, sometimes we need to regulate things.
Yeah.
And so this moon in Capricorn,
Regulator.
right.
Sorry, I had to go there.
It's okay. You can go there.
I'm a product of, you know, the 90s.
Yes, yes. And that's okay. That's okay with me. It's okay to have regulations.
Yes.
And it's important because we do need boundaries. And how we work within those boundaries and those regulations, like you were saying, is how we succeed.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how we decide to level up or how we can lay a foundation. So
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that because we've got solid foundation energy that day. Moon in Capricorn, Venus enters Taurus.
which Venus rules Taurus, everyone.
Right.
So that's a great day.
Right.
That's good, yeah.
And it's definitely, you know, Venus and Taurus are related to money and values, and Capricorn is all about like work,
Right.
and, you know, managing yourself, managing things.
Right.
And that is very stable energy that we're working with in juxtaposition to the square energy, which is squares. There's something stable about a square. You
Yes,
know, we
yeah.
can say it, but because sometimes we have to be destabilized, you know, to kind of shake things up so you can kind of move something.
Right, and see where the weak spots are.
Right.
Yeah.
And it happens to be very close. We're getting close to the equinox, but it also happens to be here in New Orleans and anywhere that would be at a similar latitude.
Okay.
Happens to be what they call the equal lux.
Okay.
So
This is on the 16th.
Yes. So the equinox means equal night. So the idea behind that is that, you know, equal day and night, but that only really applies to where the equator is.
Okay.
So once you go further up,
Right.
it kind of shifts by a few days.
Okay.
Here in this area of, you know, our latitude, it will be on the 16th, but that's the day that equal day and night. So equal
Okay.
light, equal dark. And so it's a balancing energy.
That's nice.
It's like
yeah.
over those few days leading up to the equinox and around the equilux, we're all kind of on this planet just balancing out.
Right.
So I read this square energy as an opportunity to help balance us. Because even if something's like, you know, squared, let's say the scales, you know,
Yeah.
are just like squared off, if you accept the challenge, you can kind of do this.
Okay.
So I see a lot of balance energy, especially on the back end of the week.
Right. Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are moving into this new season.
Yeah.
We're moving into spring. The
Yeah.
Spring and summer.
We're closing out a lot here. The end
Yeah.
of Pisces season, the end of a lunar cycle, the end of a lot of planets being in certain signs.
Right.
Yeah, because I was telling you, we have only 3 planets in March that don't move signs.
But it seems like there's so much more movement, right, with the moon changing its lunar
Yeah.
cycle. You
Yeah,
know,
the
so-
moon moving,
So there's movement in other ways.
Yeah, the only planets, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. Every other planet moves signs this month. A lot of shifting energy.
I just feel
it's
tired.
good. It's like I saw a bunny rabbit the other day. I'm like, we're all taking a leap forward.
Thank you. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, Friday. The moon will still be in Capricorn at the beginning of Friday.
Yep.
It'll be conjunct Pluto,
Yes.
who is in Capricorn.
Yes, and anytime we have that conjunction with Pluto, you know, merging energies. So two planetary bodies come together, merge energy with a conjunction.
So listen to your intuition on that day.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like definitely, again, transformative energy, transmuting energy. Creative catharsis is great on days like that with Pluto really heavy because he's just like, he wants you to do something with the things you're feeling.
Yeah,
he doesn't want you to just sit with them.
No, he wants to transmute, transform.
Yeah, he's like, go write a song.
Right, go write a
picture
song.
or something,
Yeah.
you know.
About how great your life is turning out to be.
Go do slam poetry or something.
Yes.
I don't know. Feel your feelings.
And then the moon will move into Aquarius later that day.
And then we also have a couple more planetary things going on today.
Okay.
Or Friday. I should say.
I started to panic a little bit when you said today. I was like,
I mean, all day.
Yeah.
Venus forming a sextile with Saturn. So, you know, getting money stabilized, getting our values stabilized. And again, that's a very, what do you say? Not restrictions. What was the word?
Regulations.
Regulative energy.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. And then Sun conjunct Mercury. So, you know, our mind of like who we truly are, we're very clear in our mind who that is. It's very obvious.
That's good. I love my sweet Mercury.
Yes.
They're in Pisces, huh?
Yeah, he's busy the next day too.
Yeah. Okay, so on the 18th, the moon will be in Aquarius.
Yes.
And then you were talking about Mercury being busy.
Yes, Mercury forms a sextile with Pluto. Who is at anaretic degree, so
of
final
Capricorn,
degree.
yeah.
Yep, we're all feeling that right now.
Fucking shit up on his way out. I'm just saying that. He's fine.
Pluto don't play.
No.
But with a sextile with Mercury, it's actually a really nice energy because sextile is harmonious, 60 degrees, 2 signs away. So it's a harmonious flow with the mind. Again, Mercury is the mind and communication. So if there's anything we need to release,
Right.
let it out.
Let it rip.
You know, it's almost like going out into the forest and like screaming. It's like some form of catharsis, but you feel great afterwards because you let it out.
It's like this job sucks, this boss sucks, everything, and that's okay, you guys. Like it's okay to say like things suck and you want to move on. Like that anger is there to move us through. It's not for us to sit in.
Yeah.
And then you can go and do maybe some forgiveness things later, but it's okay if that's how you feel at that time. Get it out.
Yes.
And then allow that Mercury and Pisces to come in and say like, okay, what would be a good thing? What's beautiful? What's calming? You know, what's stable, right? And that Pisces helps bring in the big picture, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's not in front of you, but you can dream it in.
Right.
That's what I mean when I say dream stuff in.
Because that'll be in anaretic Pisces. So anaretic degree. So both at 29 degrees, both about to move signs.
Right, and those are master numbers, right?
Yes.
Not master numbers, but master energies.
Degrees of mastery.
Thank you. Degrees of masteries, yeah.
So, you know, mastery of the mind, mastery of, you know, what do I want to say for Pluto? Like mastery of transformation.
Yeah, mastery of knowing like things transform. Like you just got to let it do it. And like the way you master that is like not
Just
being
doing
scared.
it. Yeah.
It's okay to be a little scared, but just know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's almost like not so much not being afraid, but facing your fears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great way
there's
to put
definitely a lot of that there.
Okay, and then
Mercury goes into Aries, so that's the warrior energy.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you're facing your fears there.
For sure. Okay, so that happens on the end of Saturday.
Yes.
So on the 19th, we made it, you guys, to Sunday.
Yes.
We did it. Okay, the moon will still be in Aquarius.
Yes.
It will be conjunct, it will be trining Mars and Gemini.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a lot of air.
Yes.
And that's still a lot of movement because Mars is movement, right? And our sweet Mercury, who rules Gemini, just moved into Aries.
Yeah.
So we're going to start making a plan.
But there's also intellectual discernment with that. You know, of course, the moon in Aries is, you know, very discerning.
Moon in Aquarius.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
Why
it's
am I
okay.
saying Aries?
Because you're ready to party. You're ready to rock and
Yeah,
roll.
I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're ready to go. You're a fire sign. You can't help it. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
But it is Pisces season.
Yeah,
So
that's why you're ready to get warm.
Yeah.
You're tired of swimming. Okay, so Sunday, as you're saying, the moon Aquarius is, like you said, discernment.
Yes, discernment, and then trying to Mars and Gemini, definitely intellectually stimulated energy.
I agree. And then later that day, the moon will move into Pisces.
Yes.
And so it'll be conjunct Saturn, who is
Yes.
in Pisces right now.
Yes, just he's figuring out how he feels about Pisces. He's kind of like, I feel like I just dropped my watch into the river.
Right.
But then I also realized I can look up at the sun and figure out what time it is. So maybe I could figure this out.
That's such a Piscean thing to say, too.
Yes.
I love it.
And I think that's the energy that we're having to sit with, that maybe time is fluid. That maybe we can admit to ourselves that we've been feeling time differently.
Yeah, and I think what this comes in is, and I see this a lot with like people that I talk to, that it doesn't matter where you are in your life, it is where you are. The best days have not passed you by. The best days aren't behind you. Where you are right now, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're in love, you're in love.
Yeah.
If you are doing this, you're doing that. And so I feel that with this, just from conversations.
Oops.
I know.
The wind.
We're not going to stop it. Just with
wind.
conversations that I've had, and just what's coming up. So you guys know that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
And also on that day,
Yeah.
the North Node is conjunct Juno.
Yes. And the North Node is our destiny.
Yeah.
The direction we're moving
going,
in.
yeah.
And Juno, a lot of times people reduce Juno down to just like marriage.
I know.
Or, and it's like
That was the patriarchy.
the patriarchy.
The patriarchy
Goodbye.
reduced her down to
Goodbye.
marriage.
I said the other day, sayonara patriarchy, and some guy thought I was saluting him. I'm like, no.
How apropos.
Yeah. But anyways, so North Node forming a conjunction with Juno. Juno to me is more about what we're committed to, the partnerships that we form, but sometimes that's just partnership with ourselves, like our divine masculine, divine feminine partnership.
Yeah.
We are going to know on that day or around that time exactly the direction we need to move with that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be confusing. It's not going to be like, oh, am I supposed to do this or
No,
that?
because we're getting out of fucking Pisces.
We know what we need to commit to, and we're
Yeah.
just moving there.
And we're
that's it.
committing. It's like it's commitment to ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Putting ourselves first. Okay, well, this is a big week coming up.
Yes.
Yes.
I know, and it's funny because then the next week, we're not even going to go there,
No.
but it's...
The spring equinox, let's just say that.
Yes,
So we're moving
it's
into
kinda big.
the new year.
I talked about it in my video. Watch
Yeah.
my video.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to
So-
read a little forward.
Right. Get
Yeah.
a little,
few
get
chapters ahead.
a little leg up, if you will.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And we're here in Cloette Gardens.
Yeah, we are here
Enjoying
in Cloette
nature.
Gardens.
Nature's kind of, doing whatever she does.
Yes, it's really beautiful today. We are going to have a little bit of a cool down next week. So,
Yeah.
and by that we mean we're going to hit this fucking 70s. Okay,
Yes.
friends. So
I know. Boo-hoo-ah.
I know it's fine.
Everybody's having like blizzards and catastrophes. And
Right.
We're just like, oh God, it's going to be 65. Let's get the gumbo going.
I know. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I will too.
Yes.
So of course, if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to us via our Instagram or
Yes.
YouTube's or websites. Again, please go see Helen's video that she just posted on her YouTube channel. It's going to give you some insights of the energy coming up in the next couple months. And then, of course, as always, have a great week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And we'll see you next time.
Yay.
Right,
Have
thanks,
a fun
guys.
week. Yay.